everyone. You're listening to Talking Terror. As always, I'm your host, Jacob Harper.
And I'm your co-host, Arianee.
And today we are here for a double feature review. We are reviewing, I'll be reviewing Undertone, and Arianee will be reviewing Dolly. I literally just tonight got back from the early access screening of Undertone in the Dolby format, which as a nerd for like theater, like technical shit, I was super hyped that they were playing Undertone in Dolby. I'm mad that they didn't play it more. I'm upset that it was only this one night, but I'm glad I caught it. So I'm really happy to talk about that. And Ari, you saw Dolly.
Yes, I did.
Hell yeah, dude! I can't wait to talk about Dolly. I'm excited to talk about Undertone, but I saw Dolly at Fantastic Fest, and I also saw it at another early access event. So I am excited to nerd out with you on that one because
Me too.
spoiler, I fucking loved Dolly. It was fantastic. So yeah, I guess we shall get into it. Which one do we want to discuss first, Ari?
We gotta discuss Undertone. I want to know about it.
Okay, where were we? Oh, and also one more thing I forgot to mention. Okay, my lamp just like did some weird shit. Oh yeah, I'll send you the video, Ari. Before I started the Zoom. Yeah, before I sent you the invite link, I turned on my lamp on my desk, and it started flickering right as I turned it on. And that like there were like a million lamp flickers in Undertone, so that was like creepy as hell. Anyway, but yeah, one thing I forgot to mention to the viewers at the top of the hour is no, it is not my lighting. No, it is not your camera quality, your video quality. My face is that red. I was outside all day yesterday. Uh, on actually on set of a movie. I was a background actor uh, for this medieval movie called To the Hilt. Shout out to them. It was a really fun production, really fun day on set. But I was out in the woods, and it's still March, so all the trees are dead. So there was like no shade, not a lot of shade, and I did not put on enough sunscreen. Uh, so yeah, my face is very red because I was outside fighting and swinging a mace all day, which was fun. I'm not complaining. I am just addressing that. My face is very fucking red. Anyway, Undertone. Undertone from A24, which like they are like, I think they're gonna go on a really good run this year because they also have. I almost said Hokum. Hokum is not A24. Hokum is Neon. It is the Backrooms is one of their projects coming out this year, which
Oh
I,
yeah.
I said on a previous episode is one of my most anticipated the year, so I'm super hyped for that. But Undertone, directed, written and directed by Ian Tuison. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. And it has like a million production companies involved. Not a million, like six. Which is which. Okay, one way I've started to notice like really great and fun horror movies is by the number of production logos before the movie starts. Like Late Night with the Devil had like 10.
They did.
I love that movie. That and I was like, hold on, maybe it's like maybe I think In a Violent Nature also, which I also really dug, had like quite a few because it's like that's how you know they needed every penny they could get to make it happen. They had like a million investors, which it makes you show it's a real passion project, which I like. Uh, I didn't count how many Dolly had, but I'm wondering it may have had a few, but it's I've now done that as like a litmus test of like, oh, this might be really really good.
Yeah.
If it has like two logos, I'm like, studio movie. It's okay, whatever. But if it's got like 6 to 10 studio logos, that's when I'm like, okay, this was someone just begging for money to make this shit, so you know it's going to be exciting.
That's a good way to see it.
Yeah, because I imagine with like the like Lay Down with the Devil, right? We'll use that as an example. I assume all of that was just their like they asked someone's brother's cousin's buddy, "Hey, can you invest in this movie?" And like, yeah, sure, though we'll give you a logo, and they just lower like, oh yeah, here's my company, and they slapped it on there because they gave him like a few thousand. It's like, all right, cool. That's how you know it's a real stitched together film. I don't know. That's just I love seeing that in movies when there's like a dozen fucking studio logos. But yeah. Anyway, no total side tangent. Yeah, Undertone, written and directed by Ian Tewison, starring Nina Curry and Adam DeMarco. Um, which you never see Adam DeMarco's face. He is all through a phone call. Because this follows two podcasters, which is yeah, funny. Yeah, right. Really, I'm saying, dude, when I watched that, then came home to start recording this podcast, and then my light flickered. Yeah, bro, it's getting a little personal.
It's
Um,
freaky.
yeah, follows two podcasters. They do like a horror podcast, not horror movie, but they like listen to like freaky audios and dissect them and talk about them. And they are anonymously emailed a set of 10 audio files for them to listen to, and it's creepy as hell. Which is that's a great premise. I really just because that was all in the trailer. Anyone who's heard of Undertone probably knows at least that part. Um, yeah, that was it's a great premise. And can I just say, Nina Curry, who plays Evie, lead actress in the movie, gives a great performance. She like totally knocks out of the park with this. Um, and while the movie, because a lot of the reviews were like, "This is the scariest movie of the year, scariest movie of the decade." Some were saying like, "This is really like reaching like insane hype levels." And I try not to like get those expectations because then it's like you're setting yourself up for disappointment, right? But I was pretty, pretty hyped for this. And while I feel like scariest movie of the decade, scariest of the year, I think that's a little overhyped because this didn't have me like jumping out of my seat scared, but it was more like I felt really really uncomfortable watching this. Like it was like just like uncomfy. It was anxiety inducing. It was like stressful at times because there's a third act sequence that is phenomenal. It is like a spiral into hell. The third act, um, and that like it was just like such a freaky way to like end the movie, and the movie does an excellent job building up the ending through like kind of like weaving through the story because as they're listening to these audio files, it's audio recordings of a couple going through like a possession basically,
Ooh.
and you start noticing patterns between what she's listening to and then what's slowly going on in her life. Um, because the whole time, Evie is also taking care of her uh, uh, mother, who is like sick and is like she like is basically asleep the whole time. Like she like hardly ever gets up. Um, and that part had a lot of stressful moments. Like that angle of the story had a lot of stressful moments because there's like one moment where like you see her like sitting up in the bed for like a second. It's like was that and like you see like a figure appear behind her in the hallway as she's like doing the
Oh.
podcast, and it's like this movie did a good job really like making me like look in the background because it only happens a few times, but then once after it happens that first time, you're like, okay, now I gotta keep an eye out on the background. Which I love that in movies. I love when movies like I always say like The Strangers is one of my favorites, and that's one where like the whole first act you're like looking through the background. Um,
Wow.
and one thing I found out right before going into the movie, like I was outside the theater, like just scrolling through Twitter before it was like time to go in. I saw apparently the director Ian Tucson. Apparently, he is. I want to make sure I get my sources correct on this. One, need like before I drop this one, I need to make sure it's like good. Um, okay. Yes. Okay. So I believe this came from the Hollywood Reporter originally, like a few weeks ago, or
Mhm.
a while back, maybe. But I am double checking. The article I'm looking at is from Dread Central. Uh, and yeah, so Ian Tucson, director of Undertone, will be directing the next Paranormal Activity movie.
Oh wow.
Uh, which I grew up loving the Paranormal Activity movies. They were like the movies I went to see. Like I think that was like the first franchise that I like grew up like as it was coming out. Um, and I was like keeping up with it like as they were releasing in theaters. I was going to the theater as a kid to watch them. So it's like I some of them aren't that good, but it's like it holds a special place in my heart. So I love Paranormal Activity, and the whole time, so I heard that for the first time right before I went into this movie, and the entire time I was watching it, I was like, this guy is gonna fucking nail Paranormal Activity because so much of Paranormal Activity, much like this movie, is playing the waiting game, and you get like a few little like you know drops of horror, and then the third act is total batshit insane ghost nonsense. And that's kind of what the ending of this one. That's kind of what this whole movie was. Really. It's like there's little moments of like flat out horror. It's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of like, oh my god, this woman is taking care of her mother, and she's like noticing these like weird things going on, and there's like a mountain of things beginning to pile up. So it's mostly just anxiety, but then every so often there's like a really good scare. Something in the background, whispers at night, just something, you
Yeah.
know. And then that third act just goes total descent into hell madness, which I dug, and I was like, yeah, this is the guy you want for Paranormal Activity. So I am very excited, even more so by this Dread Central article, because he said, um, but yeah, right here he says, he thinks he says Undertone was directly influenced why he was chosen to direct Paranormal Activity. And he said it's because he scared people without showing them anything, which is very true in this one. There's not a lot of like in your face scares. It's a lot of like anxiety, and I mean the whole premise of the movie is the audio and like uh like the sound engineering and the like audio choices they use for this are like they stuck it every single time. It just like there were some kind of petty jump scares where I was like, oh, that was cheap. Come on. There was a few of those, but a good portion of the sound based scares were like they hit. They really really hit. Um, but that's also I'll say to people going into it. I don't like. It's not in your face horror. It's not like you're gonna be jumping. You're not gonna be throwing your popcorn up in the air like, oh shit, that got me. It's gonna be like, oh my god, like what is invading my ears right now?
Oh, I love that.
And that's why I was so happy to see it in Dolby because like those Dolby surround speakers, like that format was like this movie was made for that format. And that's why I'm like, oh, why can't they give it like a full release in that format? Oh, I don't know why. There's probably something more. There's probably something bigger coming out that weekend, but that still pisses me off. Um, yeah, he said, I scared people without showing them anything, which is kind of what Paranormal Activity does, and yeah, that makes me happy. He knows that. I know that. We all know that Paranormal Activity is the they drip feed you horror, and then at the end they fucking waterboard you with it. And this movie kind of takes a similar approach, which I really dig. I'm trying to find what else he said about because he said he he basically said his Paranormal Activity reboot will be like very serious and very scary, which I am very excited for because I love Paranormal Activity. That would be a good franchise to binge.
It would be.
If you all
I
like the
only watched the
chainsaw,
first one.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that dude, that movie is like the tip of the iceberg.
Really?
There's a whole like, there's a whole like insane. I don't want to say convoluted, but very weird, weirdly in depth like story beneath that movie. That like the sequels just go, they take a mile with it.
Holy shit. I
Yeah.
did not know there was that much lore.
Oh no, it's the lore is insane. There's like a cult of evil old women. There's like, yeah, there's it's weird, but I really that'd be that'd be such a fun franchise to watch. If y'all liked the Chainsaw Massacre franchise binge or retrospective, whatever you want to call it, let us know if we should do a Paranormal Activity one because I would love
Yes.
to do either that or Leprechaun. Leprechaun would be fun too, but I think it'd be more silly then because Paranormal Activity, as weird as the plot gets, it is still pretty freaky at times. Leprechaun is like they take him to Vegas, they take him to space, they take him to the hood, they take him. Yeah, dude, there's Leprechaun in the hood and there's Leprechaun back to the hood. Crazy. They took him to the hood twice.
Wait, are you serious?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah,
I need-
yeah. Look it up. Leprechaun in the hood and then Leprechaun back to the
oh my god.
yeah. What's weird is they put him in space and then he came back to Earth and went to the hood and then went back to the hood.
What is going- Dude, I love
that
that.
that always seemed weird to me. They're like, oh, we can put him in the hood first, or we can put him in space. And they're like, oh, let's go for space first.
I love the writers for that.
Also, did you see the title for Leprechaun Back to the Hood? You see
Yeah.
the you see how they spelled the? Alright. So yeah, it's either gonna be Paranormal Activity or Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Let us know in the comments which one sounds more fun, and we'll play it by ear. I don't know, but uh, anyway, what was I saying about this very serious movie, Undertone? Before I talked about Leprechaun in the Hood. Jesus, what was I saying? Oh yeah, um, but it does have a very Paranormal Activity, kind of playbook,
Of
which I
course.
dug, and like trying to think that there was some parts that I kind of was like kind of questioning. It was more like just a few kind of like ways the actors were like directed. Um,
Mhm.
but overall, I really dug it. Again, I think it was mildly overhyped, but that's every movie these days, right? Like
Yeah.
I was just talking to someone on Twitter today where it was like every movie, according to Twitter, is either the worst movie ever made or like the next great classic film. And it's like we could have an in between on that spectrum of just being like okay or pretty good. I'd say
Yeah.
this is pretty good. Scariest movie of the decade? No. Scariest movie of the year? I doubt it, to be honest. But great film, really solid. And again, it's like it does so much with while showing you so little. Like I loved the environment. I don't think you leave that house. It all takes place in the house. I don't think you
Mhm.
leave the house once.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. I don't think you leave the house once at all in the movie.
that's
Um,
cool.
there are also some really cool like camera angles. Like, there's this one where it looks like they're flying a drone in the house. I don't know how maybe they
Ooh,
flew a drone in the house, but I was it's like it's very wavy, very fluid movement, which I like. And also the framing. There's so many frames where it's like something could very easily be behind her in this frame. It's freaking me out.
I love
Oh
that.
god, yeah. And the lore they give the demonic presence, I'll say, in the movie. Because I don't want to be too spoilery, but I mean the backstory they give it and the way it like affects people, it kind of reminded me of Sinister a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the demonic force in this movie reminds me a lot of Bagul in Sinister, and uh, kind of how it slowly manifests into real life and you know causes like problems with like families and like children and stuff. But there's some like really insane. You never see it; it's all heard, which I mean I know is the point of the movie, but it's like you hear it. There's one scene in particular involving a baby, and you hear it over like a phone call, and it's like it's a disturbing, really disturbing fucking scene.
Oh,
So I was like, oh shit, this is like real, like this is really like really good. I really liked it. Um, that's pretty much my abridged review of Undertone. Um, go see it when it releases. It comes out March 13th, so about 3 days from this recording. I'm hoping to get this up today, so about 3 days from today, if you're listening to it today. But yeah, Friday, March 13th, I would say go check out Undertone and let us know what you think of it. Go ahead and uh, if you loved it, tell us on our social medias like our Twitter at Talk Terrapod or our Instagram Talking Terra Podcast. Uh, or if you hated the movie and you felt like we wasted you $20, feel free to send us hate mail over on our socials,
woo.
like our Twitter at Talk Terra Pod and our Instagram Talking Terra Podcast. Um, if I think of anything else regarding Undertone, I will find a way to bring it up. But I think that's kind of the gist of it.
Okay. I'm really excited to watch that when it comes out.
Hell yeah, dude! Again, it's super cool how it shows so little, but it scares hit pretty well. Like there's some scenes in this movie I'm gonna be thinking about for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's and again, I love how my lamp flickered right when I came home to record this on a podcast. So that was like a little personalized experience. Oh, and also one more thing before I close out my Undertone review. This has nothing to do with the movie. This is about my experience seeing the movie today. Can y'all stop showing up so fucking late to movies? Oh my god. Oh my god. The movie was at 9:30, and AMC is the most generous company in the industry for late moviegoers. There's like 30 minutes of commercials and
Yeah.
trailers before the actual movie probably started at like 10:10 or like 10 or something. And some guys still showed up 15 minutes after the actual movie started.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my god, bro. Like at that point, just stay home. And then I walked right in my row, like right in. I was like, man,
Oh,
God.
hell no.
I know. I hate to be that harsh, but oh my god, you guys, please lock in. If you buy a ticket to a 9:30 showing, at least be at the movie by 9:40. Because
Exactly.
with AMC, there's 20 to 30 minutes of ads. It says it when you buy your ticket. And by the way, a movie doesn't start till like 25 to 30 minutes after the listed showtime. Okay. So if you're running late, there's a little bit of grace. What? How are we 15 minutes into the plot? and I see you walking in front of me. Get it together, people. Come on. That's it. That I just wanted to bring that up on the pod. I that happened, and I'm going to talk about that on the podcast tonight.
No, you're real for that. There's no etiquette in theaters anymore.
I, I was just saying that on Twitter as well because I was dropping generational bangers on Twitter while I was waiting for the movie. For the first time ever, they didn't let me into the movie till like it was time to let people in for the
Oh,
showtime. So I had to wait like it was like the AMC was upstairs of a mall, so I had to wait at the downstairs area. Like they have a guy waiting by the escalator.
what the heck?
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, pardon. I get it. But I got there like super early. I got there at like 8:30. I got there like an hour before the movie started.
That is
Unlike some
early.
people,
What the heck?
unlike some people that want to walk in front of the whatever. No, and he was, I can't let you in for like another like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, okay. So I sat down. I was like posting generational tweets, uh, and one of them was uh, I saw one where someone said they said were going to see the new Dracula movie, and someone brought their 2-year-old and gave them an iPad at full brightness with the speakers on.
No, what the fuck?
And I said, as much as I go to bat for theaters, because I love theaters, I love the theater industry, and I love the theatrical experience. I go to bat for theaters all the time. Uh, but I said, as much as I go to bat for theaters, they really need to get tough on customers with poor etiquette. That's ridiculous. And I stand
Yeah.
by that. Yeah, like come on, guys, theater etiquette. Like, put your fucking phone away. I see people like on Snapchat sending like back and forth snaps. Not even text. They're taking a picture of the movie, no caption, and sending it. Then they get a picture back and they do.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I don't know. It was like, it's ridiculous. Knock it off.
You're real for
Like,
that.
like you're paying $20 a ticket to sit on your phone. You could do that for free at home.
Exactly. And everyone's paying the same amount of money, and like they're not letting other people get the bang for their buck.
Well, not me. I get AMC. I have AMC A list. I saw that shit for free. But no, other people who weren't paying for AMC A list were probably pissed, as they should be. I
Of
was pissed. And
course.
I got it for free, and I was pissed. Like, come on, y'all, get together. Anyway, that's my rant on theater etiquette. How was Dolly? Before I go on another
Dolly?
rant.
Oh my goodness. There is something about me going to movie theaters and watching horror movies that the theater is gonna be empty. I had to invite my partner last minute and they ended up showing up. So it was good.
That's so real. Dude, when I saw Dolly, it was at like a late showing. Um, and surprisingly, I saw it. Not surprisingly in a bad way, but like surprising, like oh wow, people came to the movies this late.
Yeah.
Uh, it had like a lot. It was on like a weeknight too. I was like so shocked. Like an indie horror film on a weeknight had like not a huge audience, but there were like 10 people in this small theater, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, how late was
So
it?
it was like let me check actually because it was recent, so it'll be on my like recent
Oh, it was recent.
purchases. Oh yeah, it was like last week.
Wow.
Oh, it wasn't that late. It was 8 p.m. Oh, never mind. Not that late. It was 8 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Right, that is pretty
No,
late for a weeknight.
yeah. But so I was mostly empty theater. But did that immerse you more?
It really did. I really liked it. So I liked that they started off with a poem that basically explains what's going to be going on in the movie and you know about Dolly. And then the beginning scene was really good. What did you think about how they filmed it? Because my partner thought it was an old movie because how they filmed it. I thought it was really cool that they did that.
I I'm glad you asked me that because I can go on another nerd rant. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love 16 because that's like the same type of like film stock they used for like a lot of 70s like low budget shit. So like I think Chainsaw Massacre was originally shot in 16 millimeter, the same film stock as Dolly was, and I'm just like I love
Oh
Chainsaw Massacre,
shit.
so I was like And they have like fully said Chainsaw Massacre was like a leading inspiration for this film, which it is like very, very noticeable, but in a good way. I love Chainsaw Massacre, so it's like, hell yeah, dude. And I love that old school 70s look. So 16 millimeter, I fucking loved. Did you like it?
I do. I thought it fit so well because Dolly was wearing like, olden clothes, maybe like 60s clothing. And
Mhm.
like I did get Leatherface vibes when Dolly was first interacting with Chase in the beginning.
Dude, same. I,
Really?
I put in my review, which you could read on jacobtheharper.com. Shameless plug. Very shameless plug. Holy shit. I need to atone for that one. Yeah. jacobtheharper.com. I did write a review for this one. And I mentioned that um, the actor that played Dolly, who is, let me make sure I get the name right, because I remember I like went, when I learned who played Dolly, I was like, holy crap, I need to know more about this. This is cool. Um, okay. Uh, Dolly is played by Max the Impaler, who is a non-binary pro wrestler. Super fucking cool.
You fucking what? You serious? Oh my
I'm
God.
not. I'm not joking. Their name is credited. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. Max the Impaler.
I love them.
That is so fucking cool.
Oh my gosh.
And I mentioned in my review that Max the Impaler, I think, is the closest we've gotten to someone matching Gunnar Hansen's Leatherface performance. And I know Max isn't playing Leatherface, but if they were, this would be Gunnar Hansen's Leatherface. I don't think any actor has gotten as close to Gunnar Hansen's Leatherface as Max the Impaler has, as not even Leatherface, as Dolly. Because there's moments where you feel like bad for Dolly. You're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
like in the original Chainsaw Massacre, there's points where you're like, oh damn, this, you know, Leatherface really doesn't know what the hell's going on right now. Like you feel kind of like, I've always said Leatherface in the original is like a wounded animal. That's like while you're scared of it, it's probably in some ways more scared of you. And while Dolly isn't quite on that level of like Dolly knows that she's hurting people, but it's like, you know, you feel bad for her at times because it's like she maybe somewhere in her mind she thinks she's actually taking care of a child when
Exactly.
it's some woman she's kidnapped. Um, so yeah, Max the Impaler really, really fucking nailed that timid but intimidating, kind of like she could flip on a dime, Leatherface
I
vibe.
agree.
So I'm glad you brought that up because it's like I I make we could do a whole podcast connecting Chainsaw Massacre to Dolly. It's like a direct correlation, in the best way possible. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing or that they're like ripped off Leatherface. No, they are very unabashedly aware at how close they are to Chainsaw Massacre, but like in the best ways because it's still a unique, film. It's still a unique premise and it's still a fun
It is.
premise. But just like the acting from Max the Impaler, the type of film stock they used, yeah, very, very 1974 Chainsaw Massacre.
Actually, did you also get those vibes from the VHS? Well, what was that one segment where we interviewed actresses for?
Oh, VHS Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, for like the monster in that one.
Yes, that one reminded me of Dolly.
I could definitely see that. Yeah, I could see that. It didn't come to mind, but I could definitely see that.
Yeah. It's good.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember I'm trying to remember the segment. I remember the name of the segment for that. Oh, it feels so bad.
Coochie coochie coo.
Yes, yes, that was the name of the segment, dude. Good segment.
Yes. Also, do you know if it was a real like 100% porcelain mask that Dolly was wearing? Because I like the sound that it made whenever she hit the mask.
Oh, I would doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised. I do know that the mask designer, I think the one who built the mask, is Dan Martin. So
Oh,
I can look that up. Might be. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. That'd be a good question though to ask Rod Blackhurst, the director. I think that'd be a great question if we got him on the pod.
hell yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe. Uh, that was very loud. Well, I don't know if I picked up on my mic. I was like just grumbling on my desk.
Well, I didn't hear it. Your mic is
Okay.
very good.
Okay. Hell yeah. Um, let's see. So I want to hear more of your thoughts on Dolly. I love nerding out about this movie because
Awesome.
this so far is my favorite horror film of the year.
Mine too. Like I wrote a lot of notes. It was
Oh,
awesome.
hell yeah.
Um, the soundtrack was very good and like ominous. It does remind you so much of like a dollhouse.
I like the end credits music.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Also in the end credits song, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they confirmed Dolly too.
Oh yes.
Absolute cinema. Martin Scorsese. Yeah, dude. I want Dolly to now. And the what'd you think of? I guess spoiler for Dolly. What'd you think about the post credit scene?
There was a post credit scene. I had to go potty. I fucking missed it. Yo, tell me the post credit scene.
They it's like a group of cops and they're like talking. They're like knocking on a door, and you don't see who answers the door, but they're all like talking to the person like they know about Dolly,
Oh.
and they're like, you know, we have the witness in custody, but it's like we think it might be her.
Oh
Like,
shit.
so it's like, oh, okay, and then there's like, oh, I don't know. It's very
I love
ominous. Like,
that.
so you didn't miss that much. It was like just one. It was like literally just one shot, and they stay in that shot the whole time. It wasn't like a big thing, but
That's cool
um,
though.
yeah. Yeah, that makes me wonder where we're gonna go with this because part of it was like I think we're because I wrote a few notes too when I got out of my theater.
Yippee!
I said the post credit sequence makes me think we're gonna jump from TCM one to going like kind of like TCM three or four, you know, where it's like we have like an extended family.
Oh right. Ooh, that'd be
Which okay, the guy that was locked up by Dolly that she freed,
right. That was the dad, right?
yeah, and like he has a few lines that made me like kind of think like, oh my god, like what went on in this house?
Right. Like you can tell that Dolly is such a deeply disturbed individual, and it all links to being like a kid. Like that little girl that we saw in some of the scenes, was that Dolly as a kid?
Which little girl?
Like they would cut to like this little girl with like a same hairstyle as Dolly. Like,
Oh no, that was the guy's daughter. Because where they
oh
dropped off at the house at the beginning of the movie.
yeah, my bad.
But now that you point out, they do have a similar haircut. The mask. I do wonder like I do wonder how intentional that because I was like because like you know Macy is on the phone talking about how she's like yeah like I wonder if he's going to propose to me, and if he does, like, do I say yes? Because I don't know if I'm ready to be a mother because she has like a kid. Because you know the guy she's seeing has a daughter, and she's like, I don't know if I want to be a mother. And then Dolly
Oh,
is a serial killer that all she wants is to be a mother. So it's like
Right.
there's a whole kind of theme about like being a parent and taking care of a child, and it's like, her facing Dolly. Maybe she was like, oh, okay, maybe I do want to, or maybe it reaffirmed. Maybe she's like, yeah, I definitely don't want to be a mother. Who
That's
knows?
so real.
But
Um,
so yeah, there was some scenes where she was like, I guess like hallucinating, and she like I guess thought about her boyfriend's daughter, and was like, damn,
oh,
if I
that makes
if
sense.
I survive this, I have to raise her. I guess not have to. Have to is a bad phrasing for that. Not like I'm going to raise her if I don't, because she's. I think that was the point where she saw her boyfriend. We're getting into all the spoilers for Dolly.
Is
Uh,
that okay?
yeah, yeah, we're already here. Fuck it, let's get into it. The dude got his jaw ripped off, man. That was so fucking cool.
That was cool. Oh my gosh. And he survived. Like, what the hell? I would have died.
He died after the jaw got ripped off. After the full thing got ripped off.
Oh,
It,
yeah.
it was like hanging, and then Dolly just like yoinked it, and
Oh
then
my
that's when he
goodness.
died. I was like, oh man, those two little nerve endings holding your jaw together is what killed him.
Yeah.
Losing that is what killed him.
Have you also noticed that Dolly did not run a single time? And like, she was just like walking ominously?
Yeah, I think Dolly has those like Michael Myers rules
Yeah.
where like they never run, but they always catch up to you somehow. Like Michael Myers mentality.
That makes sense. It also reminded me of like, as a kid, you'll be told no running in the house, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, true. Oh dude, when I saw this at Fantastic Fest,
Mhm.
I got like not close to vomiting, but it was like it made me kind of gag when Dolly was like force feeding her
Oh yeah, what
that
what was that?
rotten milk and like some like rotten baby food or some shit. I don't know, like some blended up.
Delicious.
Yeah, very. Man, yeah, I loved Dolly. I really want to ask. I really want to ask Rod about the like shooting on 16 millimeter and like what struggles that may have come with because like I feel like a lot of this movie had natural light that it probably didn't have a lot of. Maybe they did, I don't know, but I feel like with 16 millimeter, it looks good in natural light, and also to like film in the woods, you would need to like have like because I've shot in the woods before. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's especially when you need to light something in the woods. That sucks even more. Because then it's like you either need to have like a million charged batteries on hand ready to go, or you need to like have a generator or have a very long extension cord. So,
Is that what they
oh,
look like?
but
The
yeah,
16. What? That looks cool as
yeah.
hell.
Oh my! I was at a press event last weekend, and someone was recording it on 16 millimeter, and I thought that was super fucking cool.
That is cool. What the hell?
Yeah, it was at the Little Spark Films event, which I should have an article about that coming out soon.
Yay!
I've been so slacking on my articles, but uh, yeah, when I was interviewing Joe and Catalina of Little Spark
Mhm.
Films, which I'd love to have them on the pod sometime. They're great. When I was interviewing them, they were this guy was recording my interview on a 60 millimeter camera, and I would love to get that footage. I want to see what I look like in 16 millimeter. That'd be so good.
That's so fucking cool.
If whoever that was, if you're listening to this, send me that footage. I bet it looks cool as hell. Um, Screen it for me. I'll get a projector. We'll screen it. We'll screen my interview on a projector. But man, yeah, I'd love to ask Rod about the shooting process on uh with that film and that camera and how that worked with the lighting and all that. Also, that was a cool ass house they filmed in.
It was. It looked like a real dollhouse. It also looked familiar, the exterior.
I thought I read somewhere that the insides were like shot on a soundstage, but the outside was filmed
Ooh.
somewhere. Like it was actually filmed on location. But shit. I'm not seeing anything on Wikipedia. Maybe it's in like the I'm like wasting way too much time trying to find this. I don't know. But yeah. I thought it was a very well shot movie. It was really, I don't know. I'm such a nerd for like 70s, you know, new wave extreme like grindhouse shit. So this was like so up my alley. I want to hear more of your thoughts. I'm loving this.
I was thinking, because like I love the actress. Do you know who the actress was that played the main woman?
Oh yeah, that's Fabian Therese.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she did such an amazing job. Like I
She
loved her
did.
acting. So good. And
Scream Queen worthy.
yeah, that's right.
Iconic shit.
I feel like though, if I encountered Dolly, I probably would have played along with the mommy role play a lot sooner, especially after that lashing that she got.
Yeah, dude.
That
That was
shit
pretty
sounded
smart
like
to
it hurt.
that was pretty smart biting the nipple off. I was like, get her.
And the rest of the movie, just Dolly did not have a nipple. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Persevered through that shit. Also, dude, when she breaks the mask and is just beating her, I was like, ah, rah! That was that's how you know you have a good villain. When I'm like, yeah, another hit with a shuffle.
That's it too. It was so good.
Yeah,
I like that it played out like it was a book because it started off with the poem at the beginning, and then it went chapter by chapter. I thought that
yeah.
was so cool.
Because again, this is so far my favorite horror film of the year. It's tied with like The Plague. Which if The Plague is a horror film, debatable, but I liked it. I must say it's horror. So those two are my two favorites of the year. Um,
Oh, that looks nice.
what?
The plague.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Oh, I thought that shot where Dolly like punches a hole through the guy and then like peeks through the hole.
Oh my
That was so
god,
fucking cool.
that was fucking awesome. That I put in my notes. I was like, I love how a lot of the violence is like very gritty and realistic, and like it's. But then every so often you get something like that where it's so theatrical and so
Yes.
over the top violent that you're like, this is still a grindhouse movie. In grindhouse movies, while they're like mean and gritty and like supposed to be realistic and shit, there is every so often a kill that is so like Mortal Kombat, over the
Yes.
top, bloody. And for me, that was it. Where like, he punches the hole through his. Oh my god! Literally Mortal Kombat. I was like, holy shit, got him. I'm reading letterbox reviews for Dolly, and one of them. Oh, this is from my buddy Cobb. Hi Cobb. Uh, his review just says, "Now that's what we call a jaw dropper." Bro, didn't like on that shit. It was funny. One thing I didn't know is that this is based on a short film from uh, Rod Blackhurst and Brandon Weevil,
Oh, really?
or I think just Rod Blackhurst. Brandon Weevil co-wrote Dolly. Rod Blackhurst, I think, did the. I think he wrote and directed the short film it's based on called Baby Girl, which I have not yet seen. I wonder if it's on YouTube. That would be. I should go watch that after this. Any more thoughts on Dolly?
Not as of right now, but I do want to hear more of your thoughts.
I mean, I kind of said most of them. I feel. Oh, here we go. Got it. I found the short film. Yeah, I want to watch some. I need to watch some of Rod's other stuff. Uh, he's directed more. more projects. Oh, he had a Vimeo staff pick that got picked up by Blumhouse. It was Night Swim. It was a movie Blumhouse did in 2024. Pretty cool. It was made in 2014. Damn. Okay. But yeah, I highly recommend horror fans go and see Dolly. If I remember if there's anything else I want to say about it that I haven't already covered. I can go and see if I missed anything from my review. Once again, you could find that at jacobdharper.com. Right.
Sorry, wait, I do have another thing to say.
Yes.
I feel like with Dolly, there is so much lore that we see, like from how she was probably raised to how she's acting as right now. This is probably like how her mother raised her, and it seemed to be a very abusive household, of course, a disturbing household. And I just felt bad for Dolly the entire time. Like I didn't ever see her as like a villain.
Besides feeding that awful food.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I felt like it was just a very twisted way of seeing maternity.
feel that. I like that. Yeah, I really dug it. And again, like Dolly just has those like Leatherface vibes where you're like, I know this is the villain, but like they have some issues to unpack.
Yeah,
And it's like they are in their own way a victim.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I really dug it. And now I really want to know if that was an actual porcelain mask. I doubt it, but maybe. I feel like they're crazy enough to do that. Um, Also, I forgot. Apparently, 'cause I wrote this in my review. The film was shot in Tennessee, and it was all outside pretty much. And one of the in the end credits, there's a credit that says because they're like thanking the investors and thanks to the whoever, and it says no thanks at all to the mosquito population of Tennessee.
Funny as hell.
Well, that's so real. I was at my parents' place last weekend and there were like three mosquitoes in the house. It was driving me insane. I was
Oh God.
get out of here. What I don't like, it's like Texas has had its like 2 to 3 months of cold weather. Now we're back to being 80 degrees and full of bugs, and it's terrible.
It sucks, man.
My face is so red, bro. Like Texas had to get right back into the heat wave bullshit right when daylight savings time started. So on top of losing an hour, I get sunburned. God, bro, this state hates me, man. Horrible. Oh yeah, one other thing. I'm totally flip flopping around here. One other thing about Dolly is apparently uh, Rod Blackhurst says Dolly draws from fairy tales as well. Like the script was heavily inspired by like various like grim fairy tales, which I thought
I
was
can get
super
that.
super interesting.
Wow.
And I'm so glad Shutter picked this up. I'm so glad Shutter and IFC picked it up because it was like again I think it was my favorite film at Fantastic Fest. I'm gonna have to go triple check my Fantastic Fest ranking list, but I'm fairly confident in saying this was my favorite film that played. And there's a lot of great films at Fantastic Fest, but this was probably my favorite one that I saw at the fest last year. So to see it get a wide release and seeing more horror fans find it is really, really awesome to see. I really dug it. I hope it continues to do good at the box office. I mean, it was. I can double check the budget for it. But I think it's me. I don't know what the budget is for this one. It doesn't say on Wikipedia, but the box office uh, as of right now, Wikipedia is $473,909, which is pretty
Wow.
good, given that this seems like a very independent, lower budget film, which is the type of movies I fucking love seeing. Especially love seeing them do well. Oh yeah, another thing. When she was running to the car, that's stupid ass park ranger.
Seriously, what the hell is
Why did
going
he?
on?
Why was he just man? He seemed like a cool guy, but I was like, bro, move with some urgency. Holy shit!
Exactly.
And he saw
That's so
Dolly.
funny.
He saw Dolly charging at me. He's like, oh shit, hold on. I was like, I felt like that gif J.K. Simmons and Whiplash. Where I'm like, okay, bro, come on, like, speed it up. Good lord. Every movie needs one, right? Every movie needs one very incoherent, not cop. I feel like it's mean to call a park ranger a cop, but I mean, like it feels like every person of power. I guess I don't know, like,
Right.
uh, yeah, something like that.
Because Dolly had to play peekaboo for some reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, like Dolly, like holding that like headless body and like that like grave she dumped it in. Oh man.
Dude, it was so cool. So brutal. Yes.
Yes. Dude. I want to know what was the budget alone on like old dolls for them to like string around in the woods, Blair Witch style.
Yeah, damn, that was a lot of dolls, dude.
I know. I was like, I know y'all went to some crazy thrift stores to find this. I really dug it. Yeah. Hopefully we can get Rod on the podcast soon. I would love to nerd out with him about again shooting on 16 millimeter. That'll
Yeah.
be a podcast and a half on its own. I feel like talking about the technical nerdy shit like that, but also just being like, where'd you get all those dolls, man? It was like again, it was so Blair Witch with some of them were hanging. Yeah, I loved it. I love Dolly. Do you have any more thoughts on Dolly?
No, I don't.
And with that, that is going to do it for this episode of the Talking Terror podcast. Apologies for the lack of episodes. Things have been crazy fucking hectic with our schedules as of late. But we are going to be back in full swing here. Hopefully, we can keep a consistent schedule. I'm hoping to even move us up to 2 episodes a week. Who knows? But as of right now, that is going to do it for this episode. You can find us on our social medias, such as our Twitter at TalkTerraPod, our Instagram, Talking Terror Podcast, and our TikTok, Talking Terror Podcast. If you want to follow me on my Instagrams, you can follow me on Twitter at Jacob at the Movie, my Instagram, Jacob the Harper, and my letterboxed Jacob the Harper, as well as my Jacob Harper Facebook page. And Ari, do you have any socials to promote?
Yeah. I got my Instagram. It's little with two e's dot imp, and then on TikTok it's dot little underscore imp.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to this episode of Talking Terror Podcast. Be sure to tune in next time for more horror ramblings. Anyway, peace out guys.
Bye.